15 years younger than me, is there? Date boys your age, not your shoe size. Dirty bleached blonde hair, crow's feet, 0 engagement rings because no one wants to be with her. These are just some of the captions a magazine printed about the 40-year-old TV presenter Caroline Flack, who committed suicide last month. While there may be various reasons for her suicide, we know that the media played a huge role in her demise. And the media can make or break you. Now, it's not just making or breaking in the celebrity sense, which we saw with Amy Winehouse and Princess Diana, and maybe even Meghan Markle now, but it can make and break you in terms of who you are as a person, in a personal sense and from a collective point of view. Who are you? Have you ever stopped to think, who am I under all the labels and boxes I've crammed myself into because society has taught me that the association to those labels is the correct way of being and living? I'm Anila. I'm a granddaughter, a daughter, a wife, a sister, a daughter-in-law, a friend, a best friend, a cousin. I'm a presenter, producer, speaker, and I'm a woman. And with my mum sitting there, she probably thinks I'm still a girl. If I even try to break down one of those labels, we'll see just how many associations there are to them, and how many conflicting ones, because to be a best friend might be to spend all your time with that one best friend, but I think my husband would have something to say about that in the evenings when I'm not there. Women, you're too bossy, you're so weak, you look fat, you need to lose weight. God, you look so skinny, you need to start eating more. Those bags under your eyes, are you getting enough sleep? Oh, you're taking a day off work, haven't you got anything to do? Have you cooked, cleaned, earned money? Don't speak too much, men get intimidated. But speak up a bit, you don't want to be a pushover. It takes a strong woman to build a home. Drop the feminist act. Be sexy and dress up. You look like a slut. How many pressures are we putting on young women so they conform to being a certain way for a certain role and situation, rather than empowering them to be just as they are and natural and true to them? And a lot of those messages come from what we consume. The perfect body on Love Island, which I don't watch. The advertisements showing women in the kitchen and men in the car. The newspapers and magazines slating women who have just broken up with their men, looking like they can't cope with life. And then they put a picture of their male counterpart who looks like he's just fine and getting on with life. Everywhere we receive messages about how we are supposed to be as women, and it can be tiring constantly walking a tightrope. I interviewed the Hollywood actress and Me Too movement initiator Rose McGowan in her home for my online series At Home with Anila, and she said, don't just consume content, question it. And of course Harvey Weinstein was found guilty of rape and sexual assault, but that didn't stop him from using that age-old line that women are whores, and they used his position to get to where they wanted to be. And luckily for us, it didn't work. Women's minds and bodies are in the super public space, constantly being told to work and rework themselves to fit a new mould, a new fashion that's popular on social media and Instagram. We need to be mindful about what we consume, because individually we lose ourselves to a collective stereotype, and collectively we become an idea of what we should be, an ideal that doesn't exist and is forever changing. So I want us to make ourselves in fashion. So some of my takeaways are to promote self-awareness and self-love, negating the idea of perfection and an ideal in every situation. Encourage empowerment as a collective. Don't bring people down, big them up. And call it out. Question what you're consuming and what society is becoming because of the media we're all individually consuming and collectively perpetuating. And have the courage to speak up against stereotypes, belittling of women, and anything that stops a woman being true to who she is and the gifts she has to offer as an individual to make the collective a better place. Because if what we consume as a society we become, we need to start consuming content that promotes self-love and self-actualisation for the benefit of the whole.
Jacob.
Good afternoon. I want to share a short case study. I've changed all the names. The case study concerns a family